Hello everyone, my name is Moji. You're watching a Bitcoin Bubble News channel. Where does Bitcoin go from here? What's new with Solana and other low-cap cryptocurrencies? Watch the whole video for today. Because of Bitcoin, there are currently $11 billion in short positions that are ready to be cashed in if Bitcoin prices hit 73,000. And selling short is a positive sign. So if Bitcoin breaks out in the green and those shorts are sold, we will go through the roof. But if Bitcoin moves below this red zone, which is below $59,000, longs are sold, which drives the price down. The machine is becoming more powerful. As the summer goes on, Bitcoin stays flat. What will happen next, and what should we be looking for to make it move? So far, institutional demand for US Bitcoin ETFs has been negative for 5 days in a row. As of yesterday, $140 million had been taken out of US Bitcoin ETFs. Let us not forget that this is a trailing sign. It's not an early warning sign. We can learn about what has already happened. Besides that, one of these days was a US holiday. That's why the ETFs were shut down. Then again, I'm not sure why that day reads as bad. Around the world, buildup is taking place. Today, more than $1 million came in. It was the first day of the VanEck Australia Bitcoin ETF. VanEck is putting a spot Bitcoin ETF on Australia's stock market for the first time ever this week. This could help Aussie digital asset ETFs manage $1 billion worth of assets, which is about $72 billion in US dollars. This, along with the $1 billion we think will come from the Hong Kong market and the $1 billion we think will come from South Korea, means that the Asia-Pacific area could make $3 billion. Because of this, there is always a buyer for every seller. For every bad hand that wants to get rid of a hand, they might be getting rid of a diamond hand that will hold on for a long time. Just now, Michael Dell, the CEO of Dell and a billionaire, shared a picture of the Cookie Monster eating Bitcoin. It's clear from the picture, and the tweet he sent to Michael Saylor, it's clear that Bitcoin is a form of digital scarcity. Game theory is coming to life. They're beginning to understand. Dell will soon be adding Bitcoin to their books. This is important because of this. Since Michael Dell is the 14th richest person in the world, it's now Bitcoin that he talks about. How likely is it that he knows the numbers from 1 to 13? Also, Dell makes $9 billion in EBITDA every year, even though some people may say the company is no longer important. Getting along great. Michael Dell is still the majority owner, which means he can still make choices. Dell also has $6 billion in cash on hand. He's now writing about Bitcoin. This is also big news for altcoins. Someone in Canada has put in for a spot Solana ETF. The first Solana ETF in North America is planned by 3iQ. Also, 3iQ Digital Asset Management is a financial company based in Canada. All of this means that there will soon be a Solana ETF in the US. It started in Canada, just like Bitcoin and Ethereum. The planned fund, called QSOL, will be listed on the Toronto Stock Exchange. Its goal is to follow the price of SOL, Solana's own cryptocurrency, against the US dollar. Now, will this be okay? We'll see in time. A staked output, on the other hand, seems to play a role in this. This means that if you buy the ETF, they will hold the Solana for you. For those passive returns, all you have to do is hold on. This would be a big step forward, since the US doesn't seem to allow staking returns for the ETF right now. There's also news for Polygon and Cookie 3. Remember that I have money invested in these altcoins as we go through this list. But first, Cookie, a statement about working together. Polygon and Cookie 3 are working together to add new projects to the Cookie environment. Together, we're adding an important AI data layer to help Polygon-based projects make better choices based on data. This is pretty interesting though, because Polygon wants information. They no longer want to guess. Let me go over what Cookie is again. Business, Coles, and Web3 users can connect through Cookie 3, which is an AI data layer and Marketing 5 interface. What do they make better? The Cookie ecosystem comes up with unique ways to pair the right Web3 projects with the right viewers, and it rewards both by giving people incentives to share data. When people say Marketing 5, they just mean that companies want to sell. They need to find the best Coles. They want real people to use it. Bots are not wanted. Then, what if there was a layer that put all of this info together and showed you? Through advanced AI-powered analytics, the ecosystem's 3 platforms help marketers learn more about their users, make ads more relevant, and make sure that marketing budgets are spent on good users. To sum up, the big news today is that Polygon finally sees the value. They are working together on projects that use polygons. Anyone can stake Cookie for unlimited airdrops if you guys want to take advantage. The news about Lingo just came out. Cookie holders will get some of the lingo coins that are given away for free when they come out. Last but not least, their 60-day first movers campaign launch has begun. 120 API in that pool for people who joined early. So if you want to farm airdrops, this is definitely something you should think about. Ether 2. First, let's talk about NVIDIA. By market cap, NVIDIA now has more value than Microsoft, making it the most valuable company in the world. Ether is a cryptocurrency project that has joined the NVIDIA inception. To tell you what Ether is, it builds scalable, decentralized cloud infrastructure for AI and games. So cloud storage that is not controlled. There are a lot of NVIDIA IH100 GPUs available at Ether. These are the biggest GPUs in the DeepIn environment, so our clients can use them to drive AI innovation. A lot of GPUs in businesses aren't being used enough, right? So if you look at how GPUs are used in businesses, the founder of Ether talks about how they work and how they can grow. For example, if you look at how corporate GPUs are used in US data centers, they're usually between 15% and 18% full. Almost 80% of this equipment is not being used. And this is really pricey equipment, right? Based on the specs you pick, an H100 server costs around $300,000 USD. After that, connecting it to a data center and paying for the power, bandwidth, and rack room is also very pricey. In that case, underutilization is a really kind of pricey situation, right? That has a big effect on your business's bottom line. This means that we can effectively knock on the doors of companies that have a lot of this compute and say, hey, we know that you probably have some of your compute that's not being used. Would you like to connect that to our network in a very simple way? We'll match it with a network of desire around the world, right? And we'll give you a prize right away. This is one of the many reasons I'm bullish on decentralized cloud storage and especially Ether. I did this little breakdown for the people who follow Altcoin Daily on Twitter and shared the #1 altcoin I'm buying right now. That means it has 20 times as many GPUs as the Render network. With 45 times more T-flops, it can do 45 times more work than Akash network. 31 times more money has been put into infrastructure than Akash and Render network put